you think it's good that they played you as tight as they did the first time here, and getting the message to them that these guys are talented? And
yeah, I mean, they got 3 top 50 players on their team, and they just they're not real deep, but and they've got guys now that have, because they've played, they've gotten better. It's kind of like, why do mid-major guards in the tournament, when they're juniors and seniors, play so well against high major guards? They're probably about as good as they are because they've had 4 years of playing and getting experience. Well, some of the Houston's roster at the end of the bench just played a lot, and so they're getting better as players. And yeah, I do think it helps us get our guys' attention, as they know these guys are, they're good enough that they can make some shots. And we were down at halftime. I mean, if you can't figure that out, then.
Is there anything you can do in terms of the slow starts on the road, in terms of trying to get them to where they're coming out at the opening tip and having the intensity and energy that you want, and not having to build up to it as the game goes on?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to be more aware of, we just got to be more aware of when we come out of the gate, offense always feeds you a little bit. So I think if we could, don't turn the ball over early in the game, get some good shots, get a stick back, then that feeds on itself. It'll help us defensively in the first half, which not that we're bad defensively, but it would certainly help us offensively. And the other thing is, if we can turn some deflections into steals for layups, that would help us. That would definitely help us.
Where do you think your players are mentally now after the 3 of the recent losses that they've had? One was a last-second made shot, one was a last-second missed shot, and you had like a 7-point lead at East Carolina. Where are they mentally dealing with that?
Well, again, we're a young team. First time for a lot of guys going through it, and as a coach and as a staff, you worry about that, mm-hmm. because are they tough enough mentally to sustain their focus in practice, focus in games, and know that if you maintain that mental toughness, eventually it turns. Shot go for you, other team misses one, and we'll see today in practice. I mean, it's again, it's scary, but I think we've got, Jermaine Sanders has shown great leadership. His biggest concern after the game was Gary Clark beating himself up, in the locker room, and that was a good sign. In that he told Gary, hey, look, you played a great game, man. You made a mistake, and one you got to learn from. Nobody's happy, but you can't kill yourself. We all made mistakes. That one mistake, gave them a chance for a shot that ended, free throws at the end of the game, but we all had our blame, and we could have done something that would have won the game for us.
You're playing a team that's shot 600 three-point shots, 6 whatever it is. How do you defend a team like that? Is it good to be facing a team like that because it gives you less to worry about, or how do you look at that?
Well, they're a 5-out team basically. They have no center and no real low post guys. I mean, they'll get some post baskets off cuts, and occasionally they'll post a guy, but they shoot a high volume number of threes, and we have to make adjustments in our defense in order to cover that and make sure that A, we don't give them open threes, and B, that you don't give up offensive rebounds, because there's a lot of long rebounds, and everybody's got to rebound, and everybody's got to block your man out on the perimeter and then go get the ball. So it's a different task. Easier I think than guarding Xavier, just because Xavier had both an inside and outside attack. First half, their outside attack is what got them the lead, and ultimately probably won the game for them. But you had to worry about equally as much about their inside attack, and here they just don't play that way. They don't even try to really try to post anybody up. So on the perimeter, you got to be ready to stop them off the drive, because you get spread out trying to guard their threes, and you got to make them take contested, or don't let certain guys get the shot off.
Did you learn anything about your man-to-man defense? Because you played it for most of the back end of the second half against Xavier, and they only scored 2 baskets in the final 13 minutes.
Well, I mean, I think because a lot of our matchup stuff is man-to-man principles, we were able to do it. And You know, going down the stretch, it'd be great if we could have some mix of playing both things, and we'll certainly prepare to play some man-to-man in the Houston game, because you have to, because again they spread you out so much, and that if they start getting this to us in the zone, then we've got to have something that we can go to. And you had a little hope. You had a little hope that, you know, hey, maybe we can play some man.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Thank you.